Did you see the video of a young black man telling black people that they needed to team up with their finances? Okay, so one of the cousins has sent this video to me months back, and I thought I did a shorts on it. I thought I did a video, but I can't find it. And so she sent it to me again and said, Janice, I don't think you ever did this video on it. And so she couldn't find the original clip of everything he said, but then she sent me this short clip of what he said. So we're going to talk about it a little bit, and I'm going to tell you how I feel about it. And I want to know what you guys think about it, about meeting somebody and teaming up to be with that person financially in marriage, girl. They must not have read 23,000 Guys You Might Meet, and they obviously did not take my husband profile course that is currently going on. Happy Saturday morning to you. I absolutely love you. I adore you. Thank you for your love and support. Thank you. A shout out to all of our new cousins that have joined us over the past year. I absolutely love you. I adore you. Thank you so much for all that you do for me. Husband profile course is closed. I cannot take anybody because this is week 3, and so it's kind of too late for you to kind of catch up. Okay, and then I just have a lot of stuff going on. I don't really have time to get you to through 2 classes for you to catch up to class number 3 or 4. So next year, my plan for the husband profile course is I'm going to just pre-record it and do the videos because I had so many ladies this season that wanted to do the course and they couldn't do it because of the time change. Okay. So thank you again. Thank you for those of you who have picked up my books and leaving me reviews on Amazon. I absolutely love you, adore you. 23 Types of Guys. If you've picked that up, have not reviewed it on Amazon, or my number 2 bestseller, The Naked Wife, be sure to check that out. Leave me a glowing 5-star review. And of course, all of my books are available on Amazon. Thank you so much for your love. Thank you for those cash apps for sending me. I absolutely adore you. So I'm going to play a little bit of music because I don't want to have any problems with YouTube, and they're also playing the music on the thing. So, because I just don't want to have any problems with YouTube. Okay. Okay, here we go.
The biggest traps of this era, because at the end of the day, like I said, the average man and women make around 45,000, and expenses are so high. We know that's you really can't get by on 40 grand. But if you team up with somebody, that's already off the top, almost a 6-figure household.
Okay, so here he's saying, the stats does show. That's why I don't understand these black men fighting with me about their income. About, we make all this money and blah, 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 when that is not true. Okay. So, he's saying that, the average household is making $40,000 and how you need to team up with somebody. I'm going to play it again. Let me play this again so that you can hear.
The biggest traps of this era, because at the end of the day, like I said, the average man and women make around 45,000, and expenses are so high. We know that's you really can't get by on 40 grand.
Right. You really can't get by on 40 grand. I think you could get by on 40 grand as a single person. Okay. But when we're talking about marriage, wife, and kids, I don't think so.
But if you team up with somebody, that's already off the top, almost a 6-figure household.
So, but if you team up with somebody, now I'm not going to drag the brother. I think overall they're doing a good job over there trying to teach black people about financing and investment and so on and so forth. But I think the interesting thing is when it comes to black women, it's always us struggling with the black man, right? There's a picture going around of this football team of 2023, their Christmas party. All the football players are black, but all the girls are white. It's about 20 of them. And how all these black men are with white women. And see, white women are taught to choose the multimillionaire, to choose the best man, to choose the man that's making the money. But for the black woman needs to team up with a man who's also making $40,000 so that you can make a $100,000 household. And I just find it so saddened that black men are not being encouraged to go out and pursue and make more money. Don't if you're making $40,000 today, you don't need to get married. You can't afford a family. If you need black man, if you need to team up with a black woman who's making 40, you making 40, so you can have an almost 100,000 household, you don't need to get married because you can't find that in the Bible, right? A husband is to provide, a husband is to protect, a husband is to profess. A husband should not need to depend on his wife's money to pay the bills. That is one of the first lessons my dad taught me, is that a husband is to provide, a husband is to protect. He says the least you should do is be able to put a roof over my head and food on my table independent of me. And yes, I know we're living in a recession. I know um we living in a tough economy. My heart goes out to the millennials. They can't buy homes. The girls that are 28 and 30, especially up here in the Northeast, they can't afford to buy homes, especially those who, when they are married. I know so many young couples who are married and they cannot afford to buy a house because they've been priced out. As a matter of fact, one of my friends, newlywed, she's been married about 2 or 3 years. We send each other homes because we're looking for a forever home, and her and her husband is looking for their first time home. And she sent me a home that was $434,000 over asking price. Huh? They can't afford a home. There's another home here in West Orange. It was on the news. I think they got like over $1 million over the asking price, something like that. It was crazy, right? Recently in my neighborhood, one of the biggest homes, mansions here, was sold for $1 million cash. So I understand, and my husband and I, we've been looking for a forever home. We really haven't found anything that I love, because my husband don't care. It's like, whatever, as long as you're in the house, I'm fine with it. I really haven't found anything I love. But a few years ago, when I called my mortgage rep and told him we're going to put $50,000 down, he laughed us to scorn. He was like, Janice, you 50,000, where you go? You can't. He said, unless you're coming with at least $100,000, don't even bother. This was about 2 years ago. So I want you to understand that I understand we're living in a tough economy. At the same time, ladies, do you really want to get with a man who's teaming up with you so he can have $100,000 income in the household? He's not marrying you because he really loves you or want to provide for you, want to protect you, and put a roof over your head, food on your table, independent of you. He's marrying you because you're 40 and his 40 will make about 100,000. I'm sure people's doing side hustles. And that's why he's marrying you. So ladies, this is why I go so hard. This is why Dating is for Data. That book is coming soon, y'all. And when I'm 46, 47 in October. In my mid to late 20s, I was making $50,000 a year. Y'all, I was not interested in the guys at my job who were also making the money that I was making. Granted, I don't date guys I work with, go to church with, or live in my community, because if it don't work out, I don't want to see you. But nevertheless, I wasn't interested in them because I knew what they made. And I knew we couldn't live on what they made. Because for me, I do not believe in choosing a husband that I have to go 50-50 with, or I have to put my money with for him to pay this mortgage or food on my table. For me, Janice Hilton, I wanted a husband who could provide for me. That's what my daddy told me. Provide for me, independent of me. We'll be married 11 years next month. 11 wonderful years. Let me tell you, it hurts my husband when I use my card. It hurts his heart. It hurts him. If me and these kids go out of this house and I use my debit card, it hurts him really bad. Let me tell you, my husband don't even want me to go to an ATM. He said, baby, what you going to the ATM for? You have a husband. Let me go get the money. Or we have cashier or something. But sometimes, like last Saturday, I was out and I needed to get some money to give to somebody. And he was like, no, come home. I'll go get the money for you. That's the type of husband I want. I want the type of husband where Lexi had a couple of dollars coming in. And when we got married, I brought it to him. He said, put that in savings. You need some money. You need some, See, for me, I did not need a man that needed any money from me. None. I needed a man, a husband, that could provide for me independent of me. I needed a husband where when I had the baby, I could take 6 months off and we didn't miss a beat. I needed a husband in the event of an emergency, COVID, I could take another 6 months off and we didn't miss a beat. Granted, I'm going to have to buy a year back of my time before I retire, because I'm retiring in a few years. But still, we did not miss a beat because we don't live on my income. He didn't need my income to provide, to pay the mortgage, to pay the light. I don't even tell my husband anything that's going on at the job. I stopped telling him because the first thing he's going to say, write the letter. Because I didn't want a husband that needed me to work. I work because I want to. And because I work because I want to, not because I have to, and because he doesn't need my money, we were able to cross a financial milestone last year, because while my husband's income was going to providing for us, my income, and I have a very decent income, my income went to our investing, our Roth IRA, our son's college fund, our emergency fund, our taxable investment account. Check out my Freedom Money channel. I have a public portfolio over there. Excuse me, where I'm showing you how I'm investing. But ladies, you don't need a man who's trying to team up with you so that he can go in the other tax bracket. That's not what you need. Again, I understand we're living in tough times. But to get married just to team up, I don't think so. I don't think so, ladies. Don't do it.
How much difference is that from making 40,000 to 90, 100K? That's a huge.
So while you may be making 40 by yourself, but together you're making 100. Again, don't do it, ladies. Don't do it. Don't do it.
Hey, that changed your entire life.
Bro, that's so amazing. You said that. I put out 2 forms of content, and literally it was about saying, do you want to be in a relationship, right?
Do you want to be in a relationship? Yeah, I want to be in a relationship. But here's the catch.
Because the average, in order to make ends meet, on the average income, whether you black or white or anything,
right,
you could really only live in 30 states.
That's crazy.
Like in order to make ends meet.
So in order to make ends meet, you can live in a few states. Don't try to live in New York or New Jersey. Okay, New York, New Jersey, forget it. It's just not going to happen. But just pay attention how you got to team up with somebody. You know, you got to take your 40, put it with his 40, and y'all together is 100. And I say 100 because most people are doing side hustles, right? You're doing YouTube, you're doing Lyft, you're doing Uber and stuff like that.
Obviously Hawaii is the most expensive, and it goes from like Hawaii to Massachusetts, New York, California, and I might miss one of like maybe Florida or something.
There's no way. I don't think New York is more expensive than California. I think it's California and then New York.
But like, if you make the average income, you could only live in,
30
like 20, 30 states. And it's kind of,
So if you make the average income, you could live in certain states, certain amount of states. So if you want to live in New York, New Jersey, blah, 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 you got to team up with somebody. Don't do it, ladies.
crazy. But to your point, but if you marry, collaboration, and that's something that when we start thinking about building generational wealth and
So, but if you collaborate with somebody, you take your 40, put it with his 40, and bam. Versus teaching Black men to increase your income. And I'm sure they're doing that over there, of investing, getting real estate property, so on and so forth. And I think this is why I wish there were more Black men, Black husbands, fathers, like my husband, frat brothers, who are real providers. They are providing for their family. Yes, wives work, but they are the sole provider for their homes and the breadwinners, which is why they are extremely well off financially. My husband and his frat brothers, they are well educated, well established men, and to my knowledge, did not get married. The ones that I know did not get married until they were established. They didn't get married building with somebody. They didn't get married to build with somebody. They didn't get married to collaborate, put your 40 with my 40. No. They are taught to provide for their family. You don't get married until you can pay this mortgage and put food on the table. And I wish there were more men teaching men to get established, get on your feet. If you only making 40 with 40 hours a week, what you doing with the rest of your time as a single man? I had a girlfriend that made $25,000 driving Uber 1 year. After work. After work. Okay, let's finish this video.
Rectifying and ensuring that we, by 2053, don't have zero median income. Collaboration, right? We gotta not only, maybe have 2-parent households, etc., but we also got to start investing. We got to change our relationship with money, right? We got to be.
And of course, those things I agree with. This is why I say I'm not going bashing, because overall, I think they're teaching Black people to invest and to get life insurance and have 2-parent household. But I still believe a man should be established before he wants to get married. Don't get married and you need somebody to help you pay the bills.
Life insured.
One of the biggest traps.
Okay. So overall, again, I said I agree with the investing, the life insurance and stuff like that. But that's what I wanted to talk about. So, cousin, I know it's not the whole video of what he said, but sorry for the delay, but thankfully you sent this to me again. So that's what I think about it. I don't think a man should get married until he's able to provide for his family. I don't think a man should try to team up with a woman so that you can make $100,000 household. I think that's just a typical Black community mentality. And I just think that Black women, we deserve to be loved and to be provided for and to be protected. And I believe that for Black women, we deserve to have what those other girls have that's married to these big football players. And I'm gonna do a video on that because I'm kind of concerned. I mean, didn't these Black boys' mama talk to them about marrying a Black woman and keeping the money in the Black community? I definitely know. I'm teaching that to my Black son. My son, Lil Michael, my husband and I are working very hard and sacrificing very hard and saving and investing for our Black son. And I'm telling my Black son to find him a Black woman, and a good Black woman, a godly Black woman, a virtuous Black woman, and to love her and marry her and provide for her and have beautiful Black babies and transfer generational wealth. Black sweat black blood, black money. I want my son to marry a black woman and transfer our black money to their children and their children's children. As a matter of fact, I'll put it in my will. Because there are lots of black women out here. All those white girls you see on that thing, there are lots of beautiful black women out here. What's wrong with black women? Why aren't these black boys' mama telling them to find black women and marry them? But you see, they're just so mesmerized by him. But I have to go. I'll do the video. I know a couple of y'all send me the picture. I have it, so I'll do the video another time. Okay. But again, overall, yes, invest. Yes, get life insurance. Everybody should get life insurance. If it's not, if it's even enough to bury you, even little Michael. Little Michael was born. Little Michael has a rider on Big Mike's policy enough to, Lord, if he go to heaven, the blood of Jesus. But you need to have life. You need to have all these things to protect your name and protect your family. And don't embarrass your family out here on Cash App trying to get money to bury. I think that is so embarrassing. But this is what we used to do in the black church. We used to have fried fish. I do miss those fish dinners. I'm just saying. I do miss the fish dinners and the chicken dinners to bury the church folks. But I just always thought it was, we need to do better. We need to get life insurance. I've had life insurance since I was in my 20s. My first job out of college, I started investing. I had my life insurance. If anything happened to me, I wanted to make sure my baby girl, at the time, my baby girl would be provided for and protected when I'm not here. All right, I love you. Let me know what you think about this. Comment below. Do you understand what I'm saying, black women? We deserve to be loved. Let me tell you. You don't know what it feels like to not to worry. I don't worry about nothing. I don't worry about my mortgage being paid. I don't worry about these lights. I don't worry about internet. I don't worry about the car. I don't worry about anything. I mean, I don't even put gas in my car. Y'all, I told you that time I ran out of gas. I was away for about a week. He came home and I was like, yes, Big Daddy's home, honey. Let me go to Target. And I'm riding down Washington, go to Target. And I hear beep, 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 beep. And I'm like, what's that, girl? I'm pumping my music. I'm like, girl, I don't even know what that is. Went to Target, coming back from Target, hear it again. Beep, 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 beep. And what's going on? Then the car slowed down. Thank God I was in a clear path I could pull over. I was like, Mike, I don't know what happened to the car. It just stopped. He was like, babe, call AAA. Did he call AAA or something? So AAA man came. He came into the car, black guy. I said, first of all, well, really? Huh? Nutley, you come in 10 minutes. In Newark, I would have to wait 2 hours. He said, that's because you're in Nutley. Nutley, we come in 2 hours. Newark, in Nutley, we come 10 minutes. Nutley, Newark, we come in 2 hours. He said, you ran out of gas, didn't you? I said, no, I didn't. He said, yes, you did. I said, no, I didn't. He said, I checked this car. It's a brand new car. Ain't nothing wrong with it. Truck at the time. There's no recall on it. The only reason why your car could have stopped is because you ran out of gas. I said, no, I didn't. He said, okay. I'm going to put a little bit of gas in it, and then you're going to start the engine. I said, okay. He put a little bit of gas in there. He said, no, start the engine. I start the engine keyboard, girl. He said, I told you ran out of gas. Oh, my God. That thing was so funny. So now on this truck, this truck is a new truck. My husband turned the gas thing on, but he's here now. He doesn't travel like he used to travel. He might travel once in a blue moon, but he's here now. So, but I thought that was just fun. But it is so refreshing not to worry. I don't worry about anything. I know I'm gonna check that bank account and money's in there. If I go to the ATM, money's there. I open up that fridge, money is there. I come home, turn the lights on, the lights gonna come on, except if we have a shortage. You know, I live in New Jersey. I don't worry about anything. And Black women, we deserve not to have to worry about anything, especially when we have a whole husband. But if you want to not worry about anything when you have a whole husband, is you must marry a husband who can provide and protect you. You must marry a shepherd. And when you marry a man that is a shepherd, the sheep don't worry about anything. You know why? Because the shepherd is going to make sure you have everything you need, no matter what happens. And Bishop T.D. Jakes says, the best thing a man can do for his wife and his family is to teach them how to survive without them. So even if, excuse me, Big Michael decide, pray to God he don't, decide he want to go to heaven, guess what? We are still provided for. Okay, and Big Michael's father went to heaven when he was 94. Okay, so longevity is in both of our bloodline. But even if Mike decide that he want to move to heaven, guess what? We're still gonna be provided for. And I don't got to move no man in here to take care of me and the kids and abuse my kids. No, 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 no. He will still be able to provide for us from the grave. That's what a good husband is. And that's what a good shepherd is. But ladies, if you marry a man that you need to put his 40 with your 40 to make 100, don't do it. I Love You and The Naked Wife is available on Amazon. 23 Times the Guys You Might Meet is available. Also, let me know what you think about this video. Comment below. Love you. Talk to you later. Bye.